Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here, my Atakline now for this Monday, April 18th, 2016. Hope everyone had a good weekend. I got a new Booyah Wrestling t-shirt from the New Day. New Day Rocks. They had a t-shirt sale on www.shop.com, so I got it. I had a good weekend. 2 gigs over the weekend. I haven't been DJing in a couple weeks. So I gotta be back in action this past weekend. Friday, first special needs dance of the year at the Washington Senior Center. I haven't done a dance since December. They had a dance in February, but wasn't able to make it because my daddy daughter dance in Almond. Couldn't make it in March. Well, actually, they didn't have a dance in March, so they had a magic show instead. So now I'm back, and it was an okay show. People took the mic. I like to have people have the mic to sing stuff. You know, I have people like some with karaoke sing to the songs without the words, but they like doing it. But I have some guys that just have the mic just to have it, just to talk on it and scream and annoy people. They're special needs, you know, like me, but they're more extreme. You know, they don't know much, you know. But hey, you know, I try to be a nice guy, but, you know. I try to talk him to that scream a lot, which he did better, the guy that had the mic, so there you go. It was an okay show, decent attendance. Hopefully it's better when I come back in July, because I'm taking 2 months off because of gig commitments. Again. And another gig on Saturday, Hell's Our Home in Wiley, Michigan. Biker Club. Another fun show for them. They're like a laid back affair because they don't like to dance, because they're bikers. Biker chicks like to dance, but there wasn't that many biker chicks. Which was great for the bikers because they didn't have to hear any crap from the gangsters. Because they don't like gangster stuff. I can't say the other word because I don't want to be racist. So, yeah, and I'm wearing a shirt with African Americans on my shirt. You know, the New Day. Opie, Xavier, and Big E. So, there you go. So, not much gangster requests, or not at all, should I say. More classic rock and country. Some of the best songs that got good reception. People watching this screen with the videos was like Call Me the Breeze from Leonard Skinner. I've always played Skinner, but never played that song, so it was great reception. That's when the show got good. And also, I played the video where all my running friends are coming overnight from Hayden Jr. Good reception because I'm on celebrity cameos. And played a lot of Haggard. Of course, the Hag passed away a couple weeks ago, and they like Will Haggard. So I had to play a lot of Haggard. I think I played him 3 times. So, there you go. Fun show this past Saturday. I got 2 gigs. Friday, doubleheader. Club 54. Back for the first time in about a month or 2. We're back there for an afternoon shift, followed by a show in Indian Hills. They kind of concur with each other. The Club 54 show ends at 6, and Indian Hills starts at 5:30. So I'll have someone playing a playlist for me at Indian Hills for me, where I finish up at Club 54. Now, on with the entertainment news for this weekend, starting with your #1 movie. Well, this week, the box office and people who went to the box office this week had the bare necessities, those simple bare necessities. The Jungle Book, the new remake, debuted at #1 with 103 million. With not much new family movies out, that's why this one dominated. And Barbershop got destroyed. It still had a good opening though. 20 million for the 3rd Barbershop film, the first one in 11 years. The first Barbershop film to not debut at #1, since the first 2 did. Maybe Nicki Minaj turned people off from the film because she's in it. Eve's still in it though, and I'll get to some Eve news in a second. But while we have a new #1 movie, we have new and still on the Billboard charts. New #1 album. It's the Lumineers with the 2nd album, Cleopatra, debuting, giving them their very first #1 album. With 125 units, 108 of those units, 1,000 of those units were pure album sales, rest was streaming. So congrats to the Lumineers. They had a hit single with Jorge from the first album. The 2nd album, I haven't heard anything from that album. But the current single is #1 on the adult alternative charts. Ophelia. So congrats to the Lumineers for that big achievement. Kicking off Kanye. Yay! Who have a new #1 album. As I mentioned, we have a still #1 single. what is it? 9th week. Rihanna now broke the tie with her and the Beatles for most weeks at number 1 throughout their entire career. I think like 40 weeks or something. 59 weeks, I forget the number I said last week. But she officially broke the tie. They regrets Rihanna retiring that. And also, peaking at number 2, Panda from Designer. Making a jump there. I guess at number 6 or number 2. While it took a Bale and the Beans by Postlewitz goes to number 6. And new peak for Fifth Harmony with the first ever top 10 hit, Work From Home, going up from 9 to 7. Some of the big jumps this week on the Billboard charts. So there you go. Congrats to your new number 1 album and still number 1 single, Lumineers and Rihanna. Of course, Rihanna cameoed during Calvin Harris's set doing Coachella. One of the highlights of Coachella was, of course, Guns N' Roses performing at Coachella. Despite Axl's still broken foot and being stuck on his phone, Gino put on a decent performance, which had a surprise cameo from Angus Young. Finally confirming one of the other worst-kept secrets in a while that, sadly, yes, it is sad but true now. After weeks of rumors and even evidence of Axl being pictured outside of a rehearsal studio, he is replacing Brian Johnson on the remaining dates of the Rock or Bust tour, including the already scheduled European dates and yet to be rescheduled American dates. Of course, the American dates will be rescheduled this past March, including a day in Detroit after Brian Johnson got pulled out because of the hearing loss. From the sounds of it, he's being kicked out of the group, basically, especially from the statement that AC/DC published to announce Axl, saying that we'd like to thank Brian Johnson for his contributions and dedication to the band throughout the years. We wish him the best with his hearing issues and future endeavors. As much as we want this tour to end as it started, we understand, respect, and support Brian's decision. With his decision or the band's decision. It's kind of like loosely written is all I gotta say about Brian. And you thank him for his contribution. He did so much for you guys. You know what I mean? I think the fans would totally understand if he canceled the entire tour instead of going out and probably embarrassing themselves and ruining their legacy by touring with Axl. No wonder why Motley Crue ended it after their final tour last year. Because they even said in their press conference they didn't want to go on. And have people leave and like go on a few more years and have only one original member left. Kind of like what AC/DC's dealing with right now. They already lost Phil. They lost Malcolm. They lost Brian. Should have nailed the coffin. But AC/DC will limp along through the already scheduled European tour, which will not conflict with the already scheduled GNR US tour. As the tour of AC/DC will start on May 7th and will end on June 12th, 11 days before the start of the Not In This Lifetime tour with GNR at Ford Field in Detroit. So that means I'm guessing that the US tour for AC/DC will be rescheduled after the Guns N' Roses tour ends. I think people can either go or take refunds. I expect a lot of refunds because Brian Johnson is irreplaceable. Yeah, we thought the same for Bon Scott, but get this. Brian's been doing it for 30 years. Could not mention anyone else but Brian doing it, especially after doing it for so long. 36 years, so it's sad to see him go. Being forced out or making a decision himself, it's still sad. And I think AC/DC should have just been good and broke up instead of limping along with Axl Rose. Nothing against Axl, but he hit his peak years ago. So there you go. Axl Rose was kept secret, officially replacing Brian Johnson on his tour. On their tour. So there you go. Now we have some tour news on two of the Voice Lovebirds. Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton. No, they're not touring together, but they both separately announced tour dates today. Where Blake announcing just a scattered couple dates for his fall tour. But a new full-on summer tour for Gwen Stefani. First solo tour in 9 years. Promoting a new album. This is what the truth feels like. She'll be touring with her Let Me Blow Your Mind collaborator Eve on this tour, who hasn't released a new album in a long time. Celebrities were guaranteed for a Let Me Blow Your Mind collab every night. The tour will kick off on July the 12th in Massachusetts at the Xfinity Center. It'll be a mix of arenas, but mostly amphitheaters, including Pine Knob on August the 7th. They'll also be in Toronto. They'll be in Chicago area. They'll be in Minnesota, Ohio, a couple days in Missouri, a couple days in Texas. T-Mobile Arena, like I said, it'll be a mix of arenas and amphitheaters, ending up on October 15th at the Forum. They're also going to be at a Veterans United Home Loans Amphitheater in Virginia Beach, where I'm going to travel to this summer for vacation, and I'll start my vacation to a couple of state fairs because I'm going to see the Dixie Chicks there. Because they're on a bad day in Detroit. They're on a Saturday in June. I have a grad party to do. So I'm going to see the Dixie Chicks and start my trip across the country in the state fairs. Going to West Virginia State Fair to see Alabama. Going to Illinois and Indiana State Fair. No concerts announced yet. I think Illinois announced their concerts, but nothing entices me. Indiana's concert, nothing yet. So there you go. So Gwen's invited now to a summer tour, like I said, mix of. I think she's never played the knob. She played the Palace twice on her Love Angel Music Baby tour and the Great Escape tour. So it's the first time ever playing the knob as a solo artist with Eve, who I've seen perform on, I think it was a hip hop call show one time at the Ford Field, Detroit. That I got tickets to because my cousin was DJing it. He gave me tickets to that for a grad party gift. So Eve was on that. And she'll be joining Gwen. I expect a lot of oldies but goodies from Eve, including Tambourine, Love is Blind, and like I said, now she's touring with Gwen, guaranteed Let Me Blow Your Mind every night. That was like the first song that kind of got Gwen's solo career started, almost. Even though it would be a couple more years until her solo debut, still, it kind of put the wheels in motion for Gwen's solo career. So, like I said, she's on tour, so is her boyfriend Blake. Of course, he finished up his spring tour. He got some scattered festival dates across the summer. He announced the first couple dates of his fall tour. Promoting his upcoming album, If I'm Honest, with the top 10 hit, Came Here to Forget. The tour will kick off with 2 nights in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, at the Chesapeake Energy Arena on September 9th and 10th. And the first announced cities are Peoria, Illinois, St. Paul, Minnesota, which will be 2 nights, Wichita, Kansas, South Dakota, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and it'll end with 2 nights at Brooklyn's Barclays Center, October 7th and 8th. I expect more dates to be announced to this tour. He only announced like a scattered few dates, unlike Gwen, who announced like a bunch of dates today on her tour. So there you go. Gwen and Blake both announced separate summer and fall tours today. And that is it for the Atakline for today. Thank you very much for watching. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the news from Zach. See you later.